first topic is Hunter Biden got indicted by a grand jury. Grand jury returns, this is from justice.gov. Grand jury returns indictment charging Robert Hunter Biden with 3 felony tax offenses and 6 misdemeanor tax offenses. Here are the charges for Hunter. We have got, these are the allegations. He subverted the payroll and tax withholding process of his own company by withdrawing millions outside a payroll and tax withholding process, spent millions of dollars on an extravagant lifestyle rather than paying his tax bills. In 2018, stopped paying his outstanding and overdue taxes for the year 2015, willfully paid or failed to pay his 2016, 17, 18, and 19 taxes on time, despite having access to funds to pay some or all of these taxes, willfully failed to file his 2017 and 18 tax returns on time, and when he did finally file his 2018 returns, he included false business deductions in order to reduce the very substantial tax liability he faced as of February 2020. Now, I know half of our audience that owns a business is listening to this and going, oh my God, that sounds exactly like what I do every single year. Well, I can't really tell you to rest assured because you're not the president's son. But just know this, he does face a maximum of 17 years in federal prison if he's found guilty, which for him means that he'll probably do about a week and then get probation and then get his probation dropped. And it'll be a whole fun thing, right? It'll be a whole fun thing. Well, I'm trying to find right here. Earlier I had what he was spending this money on for his quote-unquote extravagant lifestyle. And it was ridiculous. I mean, we're upset about George Santos spending money on OnlyFans. Hunter Biden dwarfed this. Hunter Biden absolutely dwarfed this with some of the things they allege he spent. So we have $772,000 in cash withdrawals. He withdrew $772,000 in cash, allegedly. Approximately $383,000 in payments to various women. I wonder what that was for. Approximately $151,000 in clothing and accessories. Could you imagine? Okay, and the guy still looks like a crackhead. Could you imagine how fabulous George Santos would look if we gave him a $150,000 clothing budget? Are you okay? What are you laughing at?
I'm just picturing him buying like the most outlandish
Hunter Biden
clothing.
Oh, you know he's got like cheetah print shit, like a diamond-studded cane,
like a boa.
He looks like Kid Rock at Woodstock '99. That's what I'm imagining right now.
I'm imagining like a fedora.
I mean, seriously though, imagine if we gave George Santos that budget just for clothing. How great he would look. I mean, $383,000 in payments to various women, $151,000 in clothing accessories, along with $772,000 in cash withdrawals. Where do you think that cash was going? Up his nose would be the answer. Allegedly speaking, of course. I don't want to get sued, but it sounds like Hunter Biden's got some more concerns than suing little old me. I would have to say. 150, that is some wild clothing. I mean, actually, if you're talking expensive suits, you could blow through 151 grand pretty quick.
Is he really using that on all expensive suits, though?
No, I'm sure some of it's just ridiculous.
What's like mind-boggling to me is he cares more about spending money on...
Talking to the mic. You're far away.
Sorry. I'm just like, he cares more about spending more money on like cocaine and hookers than clothes. Like...
That's because you're a woman and not a drug addict.
Like, if I had access to that kind of money, I'd spend $700,000 on clothes.
For the IRS agent that's listening to this show, she does not have that access to that kind of money. This is not a profitable venture that we're running. We barely break even on this show every year. This is not...
Not that you know about.
Yeah. Not that I know about. You can follow her OnlyFans at Pocahontas. So Hunter Biden was also subpoenaed to come testify in front of the house. They wanted him
People
to do
are actually going to go on OnlyFans and look
for Pocahontas. I mean, you could make some money, but you have self-respect. So there's that. But so Hunter Biden was subpoenaed to testify in front of the House due to the James Comer investigation, and he held a press conference. We got a couple clips from said press conference we want to show you guys. Go ahead, check out this first one here.
Let me state as clearly as I can. My father was not financially involved in my business, not as a practicing lawyer, not as a board member of Burisma, not in my partnership with a Chinese private businessman, not in my investments at home nor abroad, and certainly not as an artist.
Not as an artist. He had to add that part, not as an artist. His father was not financially involved in his business at all, except for the hundreds of thousands of dollars in checks that he wrote him. Checks! You withdrew $700,000 in cash and you laundered money to your dad through checks. You're the worst criminal ever. You both are. You deserve to go to prison. His dad wasn't financially involved. Yeah, just like a Quick Trip wasn't financially involved when I filled up my gas tank there this morning. No, his dad wasn't financially involved, though. He just helped me land all my customers, and we have emails that may or may not be alluding to him taking a 10% cut of every deal, and I was using his sway and influence to get partners in other countries, and, you know. But other than that, not financially involved at all.
What does he do that makes him an artist?
So he paints.
Oh, he paints?
He paints.
Okay.
That's how they're laundering the money now. He paints, and he sells the paintings to daddy's rich friends for tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, and that's how it's laundered now because they're onto the business scheme.
I was picturing him with like a rap career or
No,
something.
he would be that would 100% be the Beverly. What's that movie? Beverly Hill. Malibu's Most Wanted. That would 100% be Hunter Biden, the rich kid whose dad's a politician that wants a rap career. Oh my God, that would be him. That's so accurate. He would totally be Malibu's Most Wanted.
With his outlandish clothing.
Yeah.
His cheetah print pants.
So this is Hunter Biden's art catalog. This is New York Times. A gallery sells Hunter Biden's art for as much as anywhere between, get this, $85,000 and $500,000 per painting. Per painting.
So here's the theory.
Hmm.
He paints pictures of women naked, and he pays girls so
With
that
the
way,
cash
that
for
way
the
they
modeling.
can be he can be his model.
Yeah, but we have to admit that.
That's what he's paying the girls for.
Yeah, that's what it's for. Yeah,
Yeah.
the guy who records himself constantly having sex with hookers and snorting cocaine.
They're doing it for free.
Oh, yes, of course. He's just that much of a player. He's that much of a player. There was that one video that leaked of him high on cocaine, going 150 miles an hour, flashing a gun at the camera. And I'm watching this, and I'm like, okay, you're not supposed to make me like this guy. I'm supposed to hate this guy. Because he's the picture of the double standard from between the elites and us. Here's another one. Hunter Biden's art are revealed as House Republicans probe continues. Someone spent over $1 million, $1.38 million on the Hunter Biden catalog. He has a catalog. $1.38 million. For context, the average Van Gogh goes for a couple $1 million. So you have one of the greatest most famous artists of all time going for slightly more than Hunter Biden. But believe it, guys, it's not money laundering at all. It's not money laundering at all. This guy's just that good of an artist that even though most artists don't make any money until they're dead, he's that good of an artist who just happens to be the president's son. And it just happens to be the president's business associates and friends and foreign assets that are buying all of these paintings. But it's just because he's that good of an artist. He's that good of an artist. He should do the rap thing. He should do the rap thing and do like the Wu-Tang Clan did, where they had that one that one vinyl record, there's only one in existence, and that Martin Shkreli guy bought it and he owns it. And he should just sell his rap albums, his bars, to Joe Biden's buddies. That would at least be funny. I would at least kind of respect him if he did that.
I'm just imagining his catalog as just like a picture of the painting printed on like printer paper and then just having them all stapled together.
I mean, what does it look like? Just like a little kid scribbled all over with crayons?
Yeah.
That's, yeah. This is it right here. Here's some of Hunter's art. Oh, shit. Look at that right there. I should have got a picture. That was unprofessional of me. That right there. I think I could do better than that.
That looks like something a kindergartner would
seriously,
do in art
it looks like something a kid would come home and you'd stick it on the fridge, but you'd only keep it up there for like a week because you're low-key ashamed of it, but you don't want your kid to know. You don't want him to feel bad and be like, oh shit, the dog grabbed it. I don't know what happened to it.
Whoops, it ended up in the trash.
Yeah. I don't know what happened. I think, it fell in the dog's water bowl and the water, the ink actually seeped into the water bowl, and now the dog's sick, and it's going to be like a $700 operation. And your painting actually almost killed our dog, so that's probably just a sign that you should stop painting because you have blood on your hands now. There's there's paint on the paper and dog blood on your hands. Congratulations. Stop your art career now. That's what you tell your kids when you want them to stop. And you tell them that you gaslight your kids, and you tell them the $750 for the dog's operation is coming out of their allowance. Sound like a good plan? All right. We have more videos of Hunter Biden. Speaking of kids that needed to be gaslit a little bit more, we have more videos of Hunter Biden. Go ahead and check this next one out here.
For 6 years, MAGA Republicans, including members of the House committees who are in a closed-door session right now, have impugned my character, invaded my privacy, attacked my wife, my children, my family, and my friends. They have ridiculed my struggle with addiction, they have belittled my recovery, and they have tried to dehumanize me, all to embarrass and damage my father, who has devoted his entire public life to service.
I'm pretty sure he's done a pretty good job at all of that on his own. I don't think he's needed MAGA Republicans to help him dehumanize and belittle himself. Also, his recovery. I'm sure he's trying super hard at that. That's why they keep finding blow in the White House. I also love how he talked about how the MAGA Republicans have, quote-unquote MAGA Republicans, have terrorized his wife. They've made his wife and kid's life a living hell. Really? You think it's the criticism from congressmen and not the videos all over the internet of their father/husband doing cocaine off allegedly underage hookers' assholes. You don't think it's that? No, I'm sure it's congressmen looking into your corrupt business dealings with your father. Now, I will agree that addiction's a nasty disease. It affects, everyone you know knows somebody who's dealt with addiction. That's no secret. With that said, I think it's a legitimate concern. When you have someone in the White House that's an addict, there have been Chinese spies from all over the world on the record saying that when they go to try to compromise somebody in a government, they look for people who have issues with drugs or alcohol and women. What does this guy have issues with? Drugs, alcohol, and women. Because those people are the easiest to get dirt on. So no, it's deeper than us just kicking the poor addict while he's down. We're not digging into some guy that works as a plumber and bringing up his old demons just to terrorize him. That's not what we're doing. You're a heartbeat away from the president. Half the time you're in the same house as him. You are a national security threat because you can't be trusted. Because it's on the record that foreign governments have probably compromised you on multiple occasions through drugs, alcohol, and women. We have one more video, Hunter. Also, does he not sound like his father, but just more put together? Listen to his voice in this third one. He sounds like Joe. Go ahead.
Already been a 5-year investigation of me. Yet, here I am, Mr. Chairman, taking up your offer when you said We can bring these people in for depositions or committee hearings, whichever they choose. Well, I've chosen. I am here to testify at a public hearing today to answer any of the committee's legitimate questions. Republicans do not want an open process where Americans can see their tactics, expose their baseless inquiry, or hear what I have to say. What are they afraid of? I'm here. I'm ready.
Hunter, are you willing to go across?
Why not testify now, sir? Why not testify now?
So that was, in layman's term, Hunter Biden declining, or basically saying he's going to ignore the subpoena. Ignore the subpoena from Congress. We'll see how that works out for him. I'm sure nothing will happen to him because nothing ever happens to these people. Make no mistake, though, again, back on the rules for thee, but not for me. If you got a subpoena to testify in front of Congress, or anybody else for that matter, and you went on TV in front of a bunch of reporters and said, I ain't gonna do it. I ain't gonna do it. You know what would happen to you? There would be U.S. Marshals at your door that night, if you even made it out of the press conference. But since he's Hunter Biden, since he's the president's crackhead son, we make exceptions. That's what we do. Well, Joe Biden, not too long ago, had a comment where he shared a moment where he shared his opinion on people who defy congressional subpoenas. Go ahead and check out what Joe had to say.
Talking to you so much today, you're not going to want to talk to me anymore. Sir, do you?
What's your message to people who defy congressional subpoenas on the January 6th committee?
I hope that the committee goes after them and holds them accountable.
Should they be
criminally.
prosecuted by the
I
Justice
do,
Department?
yes.
Sir, do you support term limits for the Supreme Court?
No.
Well, there you have it. The president himself said that anyone who defies a congressional subpoena should be held accountable and prosecuted. Call me crazy, but I think we should go with what the president says here. Remember what we talked about in the first segment? How when you set a precedent, you got to stick to it, and you also got to wonder when's it going to be used against me? Well, there's your precedent. When the January 6th protesters, and that's what they were, protesters, refused to go along with congressional subpoenas, they should be prosecuted. They should be held accountable. Hunter Biden on camera defying a congressional subpoena. So precedent. What's the precedent? Let's stay consistent with it here. Let's take action. Hey, thanks for watching. If you liked what you saw, be sure to click the link in the description to get the full episode on Rumble. If you prefer to listen along, you can actually get us on Spotify, Spreaker, and iHeartRadio. You can also go to www.outlawstreamers.com to learn more about not just my show, but tons of other great shows and all the exciting projects they have coming up. Follow my socials at Caleb Isn't Funny on Twitter and Instagram, at Caleb Salvatore Comedy on the Chinese spy app that is TikTok, and be sure to like and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Thanks, and we'll see you every Saturday for brand new episodes of That's Based. Peace.